Konnichiwa, everyone. I just had the most amazing weekend trip that I want to tell you all about. And I guess to start off saying that I feel so happy and really thankful right now because, the reason that I quit my job and left everything behind back in America was to come to Japan and have some really authentic experiences here, and to travel and meet new people and see new things and really learn about Japanese culture and way of life, and with everything that has taken me to get to this point, a lot of that with lockdown and coronavirus, I feel like I haven't been able to properly do up to this point. I've been here for 3 months now, but this past weekend I really feel like I was able to get the experience of that, of kind of the reason that I came to Japan, what I was hoping to experience and to learn and accomplish here. So that was really uplifting for me, and I just had a lot of really reflective moments during the trip to just be like, this is what I wanted, this is why I came to Japan. So feeling super happy about that. So I wanted to start off just by telling you what I did this weekend. I went on a mini road trip with my friend Kinney. And so we started by going 2 hours away drive. We woke up early in the morning on the first day. It was a 2-day trip, so it was an overnight. We spent one night overnight. We woke up early the first morning and drove 2 hours to a temple in the city of Yabaki. Apologies to anybody who knows these cities. I'm probably butchering the names, but it was in the city Yabaki, which is in Oita prefecture. So prefectures are like states, if you think of it that way in America. Fukuoka is in the Fukuoka prefecture, and Oita is just one prefecture over. So this was in Oita prefecture, and we went to this temple to watch a ceremony called Goma Taki, which is a fire burning ceremony. So this was it was a Buddhist temple, and the monk comes out, and it's a very, maybe it was an hour long, I'm not sure, time kind of melded together in the middle of it, but everybody beforehand writes on sticks, these wooden sticks, prayers that they have that they'd want to offer up. And so you have this big pile of sticks. The monk comes in, and there's a person hitting a drum and chanting, so there's lots of this kind of monotone chanting that happens for a really long time. And then the monk places all of the sticks into this fire in the middle of the temple and lights them on fire. And the idea is that you are burning them, offering them up to Buddha, and at the same time meditating on your own conscious, your heart and your mind, to kind of cleanse your spirit. So I did take a little bit of a video during it, so I just wanted to give you a clip of what that kind of looked and sounded like. So after we observed the ceremony, which, by the way, the women who are running the ceremony were super nice in helping explain things, which then Kinney translated for me. So it was really a really great learning experience to watch that happen. After that, the temple itself was located in a really beautiful nature area on this hill, with a beautiful garden that you could walk through and a waterfall. So we got to explore the area around there, and then do some hiking in a nearby mountain called Mount Hachiman, which had at the top just a really nice panoramic view, kind of in a sheer cliff. So I'll show you some clips from our hiking around the temple as well. So after a really nice day of hiking, we went to what I think was my favorite part of the weekend. Well, gosh, everything was great, so it's hard to say it's my favorite, but the coolest part of the weekend, Kimmy has somehow connections just everywhere. She's one of those people who knows so many people, which is awesome. She has a friend, Haru-san, who is in charge of a temple in a nearby city, the city of Nekatsu. And it's this ancient old temple that for a while was, holding ceremonies and then was abandoned, and a family lived there for a bit, and then the family moved out, and now it's just kind of fallen a little bit into disarray. And she's in charge of fixing it up and turning it into a community space. So it's in the process of being renovated, and it's entirely empty other than this little shrine that's set up in the middle of this house slash temple. It's located in the middle of the countryside, so just rice fields everywhere and this cobblestone path you have to walk to get to it. And I swear this temple is like straight out of like the movie Spirited Away or something like that. Just so picturesque and serene and peaceful. And so we met up with Haru-san at the temple to have afternoon tea. It was just this open space with a little katatsu table that we were sitting at, and had some tea and snacks. And then later on that evening, we actually camped in the temple, where we had packed our sleeping bags and like a camping stove, and Kenny and I got to sleep in this temple in the middle of the countryside. And I actually slept like right in front of the shrine. You're supposed to never put your feet towards Buddha. It's disrespectful. So I had to sleep with my head near the shrine and my feet facing the opposite direction. But it gave me an opportunity just in the middle of that total quietness and serenity to really reflect on being here in Japan. And I just felt so peaceful. It was one of those experiences that you never plan on doing. Like, I never would have thought that I'd find myself in the middle of the countryside sleeping in a temple after going to a fire burning ritual and hiking a mountain. And I just kind of marvel at the paths that life leads you down. Getting very contemplative now, but it was really that, moving for me. So I wanted to show you, I took two kind of videos, one during the day when we first got to the temple, and then a second one at night as we were getting ready for bed. Videos don't really do it justice, but to show you the temple itself.
本当は空気が抜けて、そしてあとここ昔はなんて言うんでしょうか、炭を使っていぶしてその煙で膨張してたんですよね。はい。なので本当はここに下から何か煙をいぶしてこのやるようになって、やった方がいいんですけど。
So in the morning, we woke up early and packed up our camping equipment, our sleeping bags per se, and then headed out to the area, Kyushu mountain range, which is kind of located in the middle of Kyushu Island. So Kyushu Japan is made up of 5 kind of major islands. Kyushu is the southernmost main island, which is where Fukuoka is, and Nagasaki as well. So so Kyushu is this mountain range that's kind of right in the middle, again, still about 2 hours south of, or away from Fukuoka. And so we drove to that in the morning and then went on a hike that I think took about 3 hours. And it was Mount, gosh, I'm going to butcher this. Hasosan. I think that's it. And the view was really great from there, just very sweeping panoramic view. It wasn't a particularly challenging steep mountain. It was a lot of like, we got onto the ridge and were able to just kind of walk along the ridge for a while. So it was just a very relaxing hike with some sweeping panoramic views, which I'll show you in a minute. I took a kind of panoramic from the top. The other thing that's really cool about this mountain range, and a lot of spots in Kyushu as well, the island, so there are active volcanoes, and therefore, kind of like Yellowstone National Park in America, there are these like hot springs and kind of geyser spots. Nothing that shoots up in the air, but like you'll see sulfuric like steam rising from certain areas. And because of that, then there are these things built called onsens, or in the US, they can also be referred to as hot spring baths. So it's a bathhouse that'll be set up, and the water is naturally heated from the hot springs and filtered into this kind of open swimming pool. So we saw some of the onsens where if you're along the countryside, you'll just see steam rising from the hills, and that's where onsens are, where they're tapping into the hot springs and heating these natural springs for bathing. In the onsens, so there's two parts. There's a men's pool bath and a women's bath, and then they'll sometimes also have a both gender bath. And you're not supposed to wear any clothes because clothes are thought of dirtying the water, which the water is pure from the springs. So you have to go completely nude. It's like not even an option. Like you are not allowed to wear clothes in the hot springs. So it's a little bit like, this could be weird. Let's see how it goes. But due to the fact that we were going on a Monday and maybe still coronavirus, there was no one in the women's bath. So it was a nice ease into the experience of learning, what the actual setting is and what you're supposed to do. And then the water was like basically hot tub temperature, and it was all natural and all naturally heated. And we got to soak after our long 3-hour hike in this like natural hot bath, which was awesome. And then while we were relaxing, it actually started to rain, and it's outdoors, so the rain was falling on us and the steam was rising from the bath, and you could see this like old looking bathhouse next to us in the middle of this woods. It was actually like forest area around us. We're completely surrounded by trees, and with the steam and the rain falling on us, it was also just this really amazing, totally relaxing moment. That was the perfect way to end our whole this weekend trip. So that was also like really, really great. And then after that, we drove the 2 hours back to Fukuoka, stopped for some great taiyaki, which is a fish. It's like a fried dough ball that has stuff shoved into the middle of it. So we got curry taiyakis at the rest stop on the way back. And now I'm back to the daily grind of the week. So overall, I'll show you some clips from hiking, and I'll leave you at that. Matane!